This is Tim Wolf with Creating with Click Designs. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to have another tutorial. This is going to be a fairly short one. And it's going to be on using the group and select all functions in the Click Designs editor so you can move various items around on the cabinets without messing up any of the other work that you've done on the cabinets. So this is a very basic function, but it's a pretty important one, and it will make your life a lot easier. And so with that, we're going to go on to the tutorial. Okay, here we are at the editor in Click Designs. So I already set up this little cabinets here with these various little objects on them, which are actually from the shapes and the infographics section, for those you might be interested. Anyway, I just picked some random things to throw on the screen here. And so let's go ahead, as I always like to do, and make our background white. So it makes things a little easier to see, or maybe black would be better. Actually, I'm kind of going to go with black this time. Okay, so we're talking about grouping things, and there's basically two ways to do these in Click Designs. And so if we wanted to group everything on the cabinets, we could go down to our advanced settings to do that. What we want to do is click on one of the items and highlight it, go down to our advanced settings, our advanced controls, however you want to say it, here where it says underlay options. And we can go to this one with the arrow right here. It says select all, click on it. All right, now that's why I wanted the black background so we see the box better. You see we've got the outline box with the sizing arrows on around everything right now. So if I come here, I did it wrong. And that's what happens if you click outside, it gets rid of the box, which is what I did. Because even though I've been using Click Designs for about a year, I still would not consider myself a power user. Let's try this again. Okay, we're going to select all. And if we grab our arrow here, see where we can resize this down to a smaller thing. Or we could move it this way. And so forth. And so this, if we grab it, will move everything on the screen around, which is great if you got everything on the screen and you want to reposition it, resize it, whatever. Then again, if you want to get out of this, all you have to do is click outside the boundary box and it will go away. Now the other situation we have is that we may not want to move everything. We want to either move just one or two things. Well, one thing you just move by itself. You move two or three things, or we may want to group things together and be able to move them as a group. And so we've got a couple different items here I picked out. We got some squarish ones, we got some roundish ones, and we got some ones that are more like closer to a line. So let's go ahead and select one of them. Go down to our layer options. This time we're going to do something different. So here we got one that's square that I have highlighted. So we're going to press shift and we're going to highlight the squarish one in the middle. And then we're going to highlight the squarish one in the corner. Okay, now click on group button here, and you notice this button wasn't there before. It only appears once you use the shift and select two or more items. All right, so now see here, it's only the ones I selected that are moving on the screen. The other ones are staying stationary. So I'm going to ungroup them by clicking on the button. You can also do that from your right click menu. Now this time clicking on the outside doesn't do anything because it's just going to leave that button on. So we're going to ungroup group them right now. And so here's how we can work with this. We've got a circle here. We'll move it to the side. We've got our line. We'll move it over here. We got a squarish item there, a squarish item there, squarish item there, and a squarish item there. All right, so if we select one, press Shift, select the rest of them like this, we can have them all in a line. Click Group. They're all grouped together like that. And again, you can also do group and ungroup from the right click menu. And then same thing if we want to do our circles here. Do the circle here and a circle there. We'll line them that way. We'll click on one, press Shift, choose group. Okay, now they're grouped together and they're the only things that move together on the screen. Everything else doesn't. And when they're grouped, you can do all sorts of things with them. You can actually change the angle like that if you wanted to. You can resize them if you want to, and they still stay grouped. All right, until we ungroup them. And then again, here we're going to do the same thing with our lines, and I'm just going to keep these two running horizontal and there's one in the middle vertical. I'm going to select one, press Shift, select the second one, select the third one, choose Group from the right click menu, lights up the group button here, and again we can move this around. We'll put that right there, and we'll ungroup, and then we'll select one of these items here again just to go back and reinforce what we did before. Click on Select All. Now all those move on the screen together because we're in select all instead of group settings. Even though it says group settings, it's not really. It's select all, which itself is a group. But the whole thing about the select all that's different is that when we select all, we still do that as a group, and we can also still resize as a group, but it's going to affect everything. So that's kind of our tutorial for today on using the select all and group functions. So this is Tim Willis with Creating with Click Designs, and we'll be making some more tutorial videos on Click Design shortly. And if you're interested in Click Design, there's a link below. It'll take you to the Click Designs website. There's also links to my Facebook group on called Creating Click Designs, which is a companion to this YouTube channel. And of course, as always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.